right?
Didn't wreck, so.
That's,
No, it wasn't bad.
that's cool, ain't it?
Yeah, it was good.
All right, you ready? All right. We're gonna cut one more limb out of this big dude, and then we're gonna bone it. Just right. We're going all the way to the top of this tree. Well, I've got my 3/4 stable braid that's taking all the way to the top. That's what we're gonna pull this tree with. I ain't gonna take no chances because this tree's big. This way a little bit. Chris got the saws cranked up. Running. Swing a little bit. Get the jib all the way up. First flat. This tree's gonna be. Well, this tree, it's over 4 foot on the butt, ain't it, Chris? Yeah, it's a substantial tree. We're still going up, y'all. We're going all the way up to this fork. Alright. Out with the jib. Let's see. We're still going up, y'all. Main boom section's all the way up. The secondary boom section is not all the way up yet. But we're where we need to be right here. So, big boy rope. Up. Dang it, boy, that rope's heavy, man, when you get it. Dang it. Alright, so this is what we got going. Me and Chris have taken a lot of the top out of the tree. And we got a propane tank here. That tree's gonna be 48 across the butt. There. We gotta go through this hole right here, and we're gonna cut it and see what happens. I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna cut it with the 592. Got a 28-inch bar on it, and what we're gonna run is that new shiny saw. I'm gonna step over here, Chris, and let you snug it up, and I'm gonna watch the rope. I like to sit over to the side where I can watch what that rope does, where we can preload it a little bit. He's actually sitting in the road over there where he's at too with the Mini. Again, it's a 3/4 stable braid, 200 foot long, which we're not 100 foot from it right there. See the rope moving a little bit. I want that top to move just a little bit. Keep on going with it, Chris, just a little bit. That's good. I can hear that rope up there. All right, take me a second to notch her out here. It's gonna take some cutting. Got to be on the money. Let's check it. Chris on the road. And then I may need to move that notch a little bit. Actually lined up right here. There's nothing on this side. I may pull it back just a little bit. You still there? Okay. Got it, the leaves. No, nah, is she good? Nice hinge. That's a stud, man.
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is tree number 1. This is all the limbs on it, all the stuff that can be chipped that I'm about to run through the chipper. Watch how fast we chip all this stuff up. Just cut the limbs out of it, very minimal, and just send them through the chipper. The chipper just eats them just like it is, and bam, it's over with. Just incredibly fast. Little background on this job. We started on this thing, Chris is here at my house at 7, and we drove out there. It's about 20 miles out there to where we went to. Watch me flip this limb around with that grapple. Drove out there. We had to take the wooden fence down, pull post up. Both of these trees were over 4 foot at the ground when I cut them off down there low, and had them completely done down, everything chipped up, and the fence back up by 1 o'clock. Chris went ahead and left, and then I had to come back. Well, I picked up the chunks, the big pieces that were left that I wasn't going to chip. But you can't beat that with a stick. And just the tight quarters that we were working in right here around that tank, and having to send those trees through the hole. If you pay attention, a lot of people talk about tree cutting in the comments, things like that. Hinges right here, you never cut your hinge. You notice on my stumps, you never cut your hinge. A guy said the other day when I was roping those trees and I didn't have the rope but about 6 foot off the ground, he said in the comments, he said, "You're gonna snatch the tree." He said, "You need to have the rope higher, you're gonna snatch the tree off the stump." Every tree, every situation is a little bit different. You have to work with what you got in front of you. And the biggest thing is, what he don't realize is, and what his statement is, tells me a lot about where he's at in the tree cutting world. You don't cut your hinge. As long as you don't cut the hinge, you ain't gonna snatch it off the stump. That hinge is very, very strong, front to rear, very, very weak, side to side. Always remember that. Never cut your hinge. No matter how tempting it is, don't cut your hinge. All right, so we're about to take the other one down. It's really big right here against the building. The tank, we want to put it to the right of that stump and to the left of that log. If it anywhere in there, it's fine. If it hits it, that'd be fine. Go that way with it and get on the ground. We got her aimed. I don't know where I want it. Let me get over here inside. We're gonna watch it, Chris. All right, ease it, Chris. A little bit more. A little bit. Okay, hold it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, y'all. That thing has got water running out of it like crazy right now, dude. Yep. Sure does. And it landed, it jumped off the stump just right. Missed the tank by about 6 inches. Oh yeah, perfect. And look, it went right beside that. It went right between the stump there and that log, man. Dang it, boy. You got it on your end too, right? Okay, good. Nice. Yeah. Nah, we're good. We're good. You did good, man.
Yep.
Buddy.
Girl power, right?
Hey, man.
So what'd you say about Chris? He ditched me, right?
Yeah, he did.
So you had to come in and fill in.
Yeah.
You had to come in and fill in for me, the clutch, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Anna Kate's never pulled anything before going down the road, so we're gonna break her in right with Miss Piggy, right?
Right.
Okay. She made it, man. She's a lot like I am, though. She figures things out. Huh. That's good.
I killed that.
She said I killed that. What'd you think?
Didn't wreck, so.
That's
No, it wasn't bad.
cool, ain't it?
Yeah, it was good. I
Got
would
some-
not want to drive that, but.
Got some weight on it, don't
Yeah,
it?
it was,
You can
you
tell.
could tell when you were slowing or braking. You could tell it's kind of.
Could you feel the brakes back there on the thing? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but.
Good job. You saved me a trip from having to go out there.
I'm glad. Glad I could be of assistance.
There you go. Long video, but a good one. Some precision filling stuff there. Like I said in the voiceover, never cut your hinge. When you cut your hinge, that hinge is your attachment point for that stem to the stump. When you cut your hinge or the hinge tears, if you don't have your notch wide enough, and the hinge tears, you have lost all control of that tree completely. That hinge is a seat belt to that stem to the stump. It's no different than driving in the road 70 miles an hour. You still got 5 miles to go. You're not going to pop your seat belt off. What's going to happen is if you, when that tree starts pivoting and the hinge tears, what happens next is the top of the tree tries to seek its attachment point. Gravity takes over, flies off the stump, and the tree comes down just like that. Unless you've got a stump shot. Stump shot's where you cut an inch or two above your apex of your notch right there. As long as you're 70 degrees or greater on your notch, you can cut even with the apex of your hinge. If you're 70 degrees or less, whenever that hinge closes, well, whenever the notch closes, if you're 70 degrees or less, wherever that is, whether it's say a 22.5 like that, it's going to tear your hinge. It's going to rip your hinge. Bypass, don't ever have any bypass. That means where you cut past, you make your notch, because as soon as that curve closes, it's going to tear your hinge. So, good job. Me and Chris rocked it on that one. Had to take a good many limbs out of some of those trees just to kind of narrow the tops up of them a little bit there to where it would have room to fall. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Always crazy working around some of this stuff right here. The reason why these trees were coming down, a lot of dead stuff in them. This is a restaurant right here. It's called Bob Roberts Barbecue. It's just west of town. Great place to eat. Mr. Bob Weigel and his wife own it. And some of these trees have done limbs that actually went through the roof of the restaurant there. So they're wanting them done. There are 2 more that I'm going to be going right back out there here and cutting down here pretty soon that are dying. The top of them are dying. A lot of these trees around here, these trees like this, these oaks, willow oaks, pin oaks, water oaks, red oaks, they're all about the same age and they're working their life cycle. The trees are no different than human. They got a shelf life. And when that shelf life is up, they start dying out, tops a lot of times. So got them down, got it all cleaned up, and I rocked it last week. We did an incredible amount of tree work. Even did another job yesterday because it was supposed to rain today. Glad I opted to go ahead and work. I went out there after lunch about 3 o'clock, rolled another real big job by myself. And it's been pouring down rain all morning this morning. We went to the woods. I loaded 1 round of trucks, and that was it. Processor got it running. It's still got some bugs work out of it. 592. It's running a lot better. If I get by over at Northport Power Equipment, we'll hook it up to the computer and make sure it don't have any updates on or anything like that. But you can hear it in the video. It's running pretty good now and cranking right too. So I ain't any more trouble with it. So appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch y'all later. Later, Tater.